Hey there, so in this video, I'm going to be showing you how to automate your proposal sending process so you can spend less time actually creating proposals and more time on signing more clients and doing more sales calls. Okay. Now, if you're a business owner, it's very likely that you often send proposals either on a daily, weekly, or monthly basis. But what I found is that a lot of businesses, especially entrepreneurs in the online space, in the agency and consulting industries, is that you don't really have a streamlined system when it comes to creating proposals. And if you do have a system, you're likely using something like PandaDoc or HelloSign, or you're creating them manually on Canva or Google Docs, which again is just not very systemized. And as a bypass of that, you end up doing a bunch of manual setup, a bunch of manual sending, which obviously takes a lot of time. So what I did is I found this as a problem for myself. So what I did was I created a system that allows me to create personalized proposals in literally seconds so that now I can be a lot more efficient and actually focus on what matters instead of spending hours and hours creating a proposal for a lead that might not even go ahead. Okay, so what I'm going to do in this video is run you through the exact system, how you can implement it, and I'm going to give away all the resources which you can find below this video. Now, before I get into it, I just want to introduce myself to those who don't know. My name's Luke. I'm the founder at ClickSystems. We basically build custom systems for B2B businesses, especially in the agency and consulting space. And the systems we build are really around operations and fulfillment so that you can remove yourself from that process, work on your business, and really just scale with 100 times clarity on your business and 100 times efficiency. Okay. So look, enough of that. Let's get into the video. So what I've done here is put together a little guide. You can find this guide underneath the video. But what I was mentioning earlier was a couple of different softwares like PandaDoc, HelloSign, Canva, all these different things that you can create proposals on. Now, all of these tools are definitely good. They're definitely useful. They definitely work. But for me, I found a lot of frustration around using them. And what I was really looking for was something that was kind of a hybrid between PandaDoc and Canva, right? I wanted to have a proposal sending software that not only looks super professional and really good, but also integrated with the rest of my business. And the tool that I found to do that is a tool called Better Proposals. Okay. Now, this is, as I said, a proposal sending tool that is essentially a hybrid of PandaDoc and Canva. And I'll show you exactly what their proposals look like in a second. Now, if you want to get access to Better Proposals, you can follow the link here or the link below the video and you'll get a free 30 days to that. But what you want to do is first of all, go and create obviously an account. Now, when you come onto here, you're going to want to go ahead and create a template, okay? Because what we're going to do here and what I'm going to show you in this video is how to set up Better Proposals to have a productized template that you can use again and again and again. But I'm also going to show you how to actually automate and personalize each and every proposal using AI, okay? So once you've logged into Better Proposals, you've created your account, you've set up your name and company name and stuff like that. You now want to create your Better Proposals template, okay? And this is what we're going to use when we jump on sales calls and we create proposals for new clients. So again, if you're an agency owner in the e-commerce niche or the dental niche or the real estate niche, you're going to want to have a proposal template for your agency that you can send out to every single client, because this is how, if we're thinking in terms of systems, how we can be more efficient. Instead of creating a template from scratch every time, we want to have a template in place that essentially we just have to make a couple of tweaks to in order to be able to send it, and then therefore not spend as much time on that, and then ideally convert more leads. So what you do is to come to this page here called templates on the left. So click this symbol on the left there. It's going to bring you to templates. And what you can do is you can create a template from scratch. You can import from a Word doc if you have an already existing proposal, or you can go to the marketplace. Now, the marketplace is really cool because they basically have proposal templates that other people have created and have decided to share. And you can see here that there's a ton of different templates, a ton of different pages. There's literally hundreds in here. So again, if you're a CRM consultant or a human resource business or a legal service business, a marketing consulting business, recruitment, all that stuff, you can find a template which fits your industry. And just to show you what a Better Proposals proposal looks like is this here. This isn't mine. This is just a a template that they have on their marketplace. So again, up here, you can have your logo, you can have different sections along here. You can see it looks really professional. It almost looks like a website or a sales page. And that's essentially what this is, because let's say you're running a business, you talk to a potential client, you don't sign them on the call, but now you want to be able to send them a proposal. Then if you have a templated, productized proposal that looks super professional like this, and you can send that over to them, it's going to help you close more deals, right? Because it's going to basically act as a sales letter, so that when that prospect opens the proposal over the next day or a few hours later or a week later, they're going to be able to go through this, see everything about what it is you do, everything how you can help them, the terms, the agreement, the payment, just everything that you need to be able to get started. And the beauty of this system, and what I'm going to be showing you over the next couple of videos as well, is how to tie everything together so that the proposal ties into your onboarding system. Okay. Now, if I go back to here, this is the free resource that is going to be below this video, but I want to go over a simple proposal structure that you can follow. Okay. Now, when it comes to better proposals, what this is basically doing, as I said, is bringing together the proposal itself, but also the signature that you need to get from a client, and also the invoice as well. So if you use Stripe or PayPal, you can integrate that into your better proposals, which means once a client signs the document, it will then redirect them to the invoice. Okay, so it's super, super integrated with a lot of different tools, which is why I like using it so much. As I said, it also ties into my onboarding system, which allows me to just bring on clients so easily. And as I said, in the next video, I'm going to cover the actual onboarding and how you can tie that in with this. So let's go over quickly the better proposals proposal structure. Now, as I said, this is a super simple proposal structure that I have come up with. As I said, you can just copy their templates, but obviously their templates are going to be a bit more generic. And this is something that I found works really, really well. So first of all, I've sectioned it out into basically 4 simple sections, and within each section, we have different things. So first of all, we have overview. Now, overview is basically an overview of the business that I'm creating the proposal for, right? So for the potential client. So again, if you're an e-commerce agency and you're going to be potentially working with an e-com brand, the overview is going over all the things that the e-com brand have at the moment. So the current problems they're facing, the root causes, and their goals, right? So you're doing like a simple overview. Again, I'm going to show you how to make this super easy to personalize without having to like manually write all this out. So just to backtrack a little bit, when I'm talking about sections or structure, what I'm talking about is this on the left here. So we have, if we look at this example one here, you can see we have introduction, where we can scroll down and read this stuff, and you can see it's like Dear John. So you can actually put in the first name variable of the prospect. Okay. And as I said, what this is going to look like is a personalized proposal that you've created for them. Okay. Even though it's a template. Now you can see on the left, I said we have different sections. So we have introduction, your new software, case studies as well. And as I said, this is what I'm talking about when it comes to structure. Okay, so first of all, I like to have an overview, right? Problem, root cause, goals, just summarizing where the client's at, what the problems they've got are, and where they want to go. Okay, then I have the program solution. Okay, so this part onwards is templatized or productized. Okay, so all of this bit is always the same for every single new client. The only bit that I customize is the overview, right? Because this is obviously specific to each client. Now, just a quick note, you do not have to have the overview there. I'm just showing you this in case you want to create personalized proposals, which I do recommend because it's going to allow you to obviously close more deals, right? If you're just sending them a basic template which has no personalization, it's not going to have a big as an impact. Whereas if you're sending them a proposal that is hyper personalized to them, it's going to have a much bigger impact on whether or not they go ahead with you or not. Okay, so yeah, I have the overview, then I have the program solution. So that's going over now basically what we can do for them, right? Because we've established their main problems, the root causes of those problems, and the goals that they're trying to achieve. And then we go into, right, what's the solution? So the solution is your program or your service, right? So with here, you want to go over maybe stuff like what's included, how it works, how you guys operate, case studies. So what's really cool is you can implement videos into your better proposal. So I don't know if this one has an example, but I said here, you can add images, you can add videos, you can add headlines in here, testimonials, all that stuff. As I said earlier at the start of the video, this can really be used as a sales letter, okay, that you can use to convert more clients in. So again, if you're an agency, a consultant, this is going to really help you actually close more deals and not lose as many deals as well. So if we look at section 3, we've got next steps. So this is really just laying out very clearly the next steps if the client wants to get started. So how to get started. Again, you can do something simple such as sign the proposal, complete the onboarding form, book your onboarding call. Again, just really mapping out like everything that's involved within your program, what's included for them, how it works, breaking down all that stuff, communication, how to get started. And you can really make it super simple. As I said, all you have to do to get started is to sign the proposal, complete the onboarding form, and book the onboarding call. And then finally, the investment and contract. And this really comes at the bottom where we have the pricing table, the signature where they sign, and then also the terms and conditions. Okay. So what this is doing here is bringing, as I said, your proposal, your contracts, so like the signature and your like pricing or your invoice software all together in one, right? And this is a game changer for a lot of businesses, because I know a lot of agencies who will be doing everything separate, right? They'll have a separate contract, which they send manually. They'll send like over a manual invoice, or they'll send it over via, simple invoices or something like that. And then they'll also have maybe a proposal, which is all kind of separate. Whereas this brings it all together in a super streamlined way. So just to show you what that looks like on the investment and contract part, if I go down to here, we can create what's called a basically a pricing table within Better Proposals, right? So you can see here, there's the recommended plan. Again, this is just the template. You can customize this. Actually, you can customize this quite heavily. You can add discounts. You can add options. You can really map it out. So for example, if you are a business owner right now, has a service where you have payment plans or you have different services, you can actually structure those out within this pricing plan. And when you go to send your proposal, you either just select it yourself and send it over, or you can send it over without anything selected, and your customers can actually select what they want as well. So again, this is going to depend on what niche and business you run. But you can see here that whatever I click on, it actually updates below here. So you can see the total actually updates. And then when we send this proposal to the client, if we're requesting payment as well, then what happens is that when they sign the document, so you can see down here, right, you can do like quantities, you can really customize it. But going back to my last point is once they sign the document, which looks like this, they just click on here and they can draw a signature. It will then redirect them to the invoice on Stripe or PayPal, where they then go and pay either the invoice in full, or you can, I said, set this up to just take a deposit, whatever works for you. Okay. So again, this looks amazingly amazing and professional, and it integrates into your invoice and signature contract process. And then obviously that links into the onboarding process as well. And then at the bottom here, we can have terms and conditions. And again, you can put in, if you have a contract, which you probably likely do, you can plot that in at the bottom here as well. So again, we're bringing everything together. We're streamlining it. We're productizing it. And on top of that, it just looks really good. It's going to blow potential clients away when they open this up. Okay. So that's the overall structure of how you can basically set up a Better Proposals template. Obviously, you need to go through and customize it. I'll quickly show you how to set up on the settings side your branding and stuff like that. So on the left here, we've got different things. We've got templates. Documents is where you have sent existing proposals to clients. They also have a very good tracking software, which allows you to see when potential prospects have opened their proposal, right? So you actually get notified, this person has opened and read and signed their proposal, right? So you can really see what's going on. So it gives you that added layer of clarity. And then on top of that, within settings, I'm going to show you how to get just your overall branding and on the technical side set up. So step 1 is creating your account. Step 2 is creating your Better Proposals template and making it personalized to you, adding your logo, all those things. And then what you want to do is have the branding set up. So with your branding, you want to go to settings, click on branding and create a brand in the top right. And then you should see something like this. You want to put in your brand name, your business name, obviously language. You want to put in your brand colors and then save. Sidebar, this is the bar on the side here. So where it says your logo and the different things here, this just is just the design of it. You want to put that in, have it either a black background with white text or a white background with black text. Put in your colors. You can add your logo as well. Okay, so again, it's looking really good for your business. Email. This is the email they're going to receive when you send a document to a client. So again, you can put in, hey, first name, please find your, I call it a systems recommendation. You can put proposal, call it whatever you want, and put that in there. And then, or you can also edit when someone signs your document. So the subject line is going to come through. Thanks for signing. Looking forward to working with you, right? That's if someone actually signs a proposal, and then obviously click send. So you can go ahead and customize that. Again, you can put in your own logo. Fonts, you can customize the fonts. Again, I won't go into this massively. It's kind of self-explanatory. Finances, you don't really need to worry about too much, but let me show you. So again, you just put in basically your currency. Thank you page is once somebody signs, what message do you want to come through? So again, just thank you for signing. Keep it nice and simple. Payments, so once somebody pays the invoice, and again, if you remember rightly, what I said earlier was when someone signs the proposal, you then want to, you can have the option to redirect to an invoice. Okay, so let's say they go on there, they select your service, they sign the document, it's going to redirect to a Stripe invoice, and they can pay that right there and then. They can either pay the full amount or whatever's agreed on the document, or they can put in a deposit. And then this message is what they're going to get once they've once they've paid that either deposit or payment. Okay. Now, custom domain, you can go and connect this yourself. You want to basically just implement your own domain in here and go through the steps. Pretty easy. And then PDF, I won't bother showing you that because it's not really important. So that's how you can set it up on the branding side. Actually, it's super easy. And you can also have different brands for if you have different departments of your business, right? So you might have like a US branch, you might have a UK branch, a Europe branch. You can create different brands for each one. So my business, ClickSystems, I could have, if I wanted, ClickSystems USA and have it set up for that, ClickSystems UK and have different brands set up for that. So again, you can really go quite in depth with it. The other thing you want to do is integrations. There's actually a bunch you can integrate with. I've connected mine to my CRM on Close. But you can also connect to Zapier, and you can also connect to Stripe, which is the one I recommend, so that you can have the payment options in place. Okay. So if I go back now to the last point, which is how to actually personalize your proposals, right? Because at this point you would have created your account, created your template using the structure that I've recommended, or one of the templates that Better Proposals have created. And then on top of that, you should have set up your pricing table and your branding as well. And what I want to show you now is how do we actually personalize the proposals without having to spend a ton of time manually creating them. Now, this is going to come down a little bit to your sales process. It's more going to be suited for someone who does a to-call close. But something that I found is really useful and something that works really well for me is using ChatGPT to actually create the step one of the proposal, or the section one of the proposal, which is the overview, which is the problem, the root cause, and the goals. And I said, this is going to work if you're an agency owner, any kind of B2B business, or a coach, for example. Now, what I do is when I have my first discovery call, okay, I'm just naturally taking down notes on my computer as I'm chatting to the person. And what I'm doing is I'm obviously trying to find out if they're a right fit and if the problems that they have is something we can solve, right? As I'm going through the call, I said, I'm jotting down notes, and you can jot these down on anywhere. It can be on a Google Doc, in Notion, within your CRM, anywhere like that. And then all I do is I have this prompt here below, which I then plug into ChatGPT. So this is a prompt that I use, okay, and you're going to get access to this. You're going to want to go and customize this to your own business, right? So I actually explain in the prompt, what I do and stuff like that. So you would need to go and edit this. But essentially what this prompt is doing here is I'm telling it to take the information that I'm giving you around this prospect and create a custom, basically overview of the business owner. Okay, so you can see here I'm telling it to provide simple bullet points of a brief overview of the client's business, including this. So again, you can go and edit all this. Then I'm saying the current problems, identify the current problems that the business owner is facing. Root causes, list 3 simple and concise bullet points that could be causing the identified problems. So again, what I'm doing here is basically asking it to create me a custom proposal structure, okay, for the overview section, okay. And what you can do is now, as I said, edit that as well and customize it, okay, to fit your own. And then all you have to do is take the notes that you have jotted down in your discovery call and then put that underneath this prompt and paste it into ChatGPT. And you'll see that ChatGPT will then start creating your current overview, the current problems of the business or the potential business that you're going to be working with, their goals, their root causes, all those things. And now you have a personalized, basically overview of that potential business and a hyper personalized overview as well, because the notes you're taking in the call, you're feeding that into ChatGPT with this prompt. And then that's creating a very in-depth, as I said, overview of that business with the current problems, root causes and goals. And then you can just copy and paste what ChatGPT gives you. And then you can actually put that into your overview section on your proposal template. So now what that means is that you're not having to manually personalize these templates. You can now just take notes in your discovery call, as you probably do already, copy and paste those notes into ChatGPT with the prompt. And then whatever ChatGPT gives you, obviously you can check it over, edit it, but you're then just pasting that into your better proposals on the overview, so that now when you run the potential client through your proposal, or you're sending it over to them, they read it through, they open it up, and the first thing they see is business name overview, and it goes into their current problems, the root causes that's causing those problems, and their goals, right? So again, you can play around with how you want to structure it. That's just how I do it and how it works for me. What it's allowed me to do, and it's what it's allowed my clients to do, is to create personalized proposals in literally seconds, okay, using AI, and then combining that with better proposals and having a more like a templated proposal that then integrates my contract sending, my payment, and connects to my onboarding system. So it essentially means from the sales process to the onboarding system and sending proposals is completely now streamlined. It takes me literally a couple of minutes to get a personalized proposal set up and sent off to a client. And as I said, that's allowing me to be much more efficient, focus on the task that's really important, and obviously close more deals as well. So yeah, that's basically the system in a nutshell. If you want to get a free 30-day trial of Better Proposals, you can use this link here, or the link will be below below this video. It is an affiliate link, just to be honest with you. I'd appreciate any support for the channel. But as I said, you get a 30-day trial with that. Any questions on this, let me know in the comments. I hope it helps. And yeah, see you in the next one. Cheers.